Hey everyone, this is some nerdy guy back again with another video. This is part 2 of my 3DS collection, and did the little Richard Nixon thing. This is part 2 of my 3DS collection. Without further ado, I'm just going to keep going on. So, Rayman 3D. Basically, Rayman 2 just put on the 3DS for some reason. I don't know why they didn't just come up with a new game, but there it is. That's that. We got Pilotwings Resort. Really cool game, honestly. It seems like it's super simplistic and kind of just like, oh, like a Wii Sports type thing. But like the music's really good, it's super relaxing. It's on the same island for Wii Sports Resort. Obviously, the resort part in the name. I can't remember Woo Woo Island. Is that what it's called? Woo Woo Island? Something like that. But yeah, I don't know. It's like tropical and, well, not tropical. You know, it's like vacation time. It's like water, cool stuff, relaxing, like it. Steel Diver, just one of those games. It was a launch title, didn't have it, so it uses a lot of the gyroscope controls, which I'm not super big fan of. I am not a super big fan of. I can't talk, so that one. Street Fighter 4 3D edition. Again, was a launch title, didn't have it. Just thinking that this was really heavy. This instruction booklet is huge. Look how thick that is. That's a thick boy right there. But yeah, it was just one that I didn't have, so I just went for it. I got it in a lot, actually. I got some 3DS and regular DS games all put together in a lot, and got it for like $50, I think, maybe a little more than that, but I got some pretty good stuff out of it. This one is a pretty obscure game, Ever Oasis. From what I remember, this game kept getting delayed, I think, and it was also one of those games that was coming out like right before the Switch was coming out, or at least like a year before, maybe less. They were still pushing out some 3DS games, but everybody was so hyped for the Switch, like everybody just kind of forgot about the 3DS, even though they still had games in development for it. But yeah, this one's a really cool one to get. If you can find it, definitely go for it. It's kind of got like it's a town building game, but it's got like RPG elements in there, almost like a Story of Seasons kind of thing. But it's a cool game. I like it. Popleroy. I did not know that this was part of the Story of Seasons, even though it's in the title. Did not know that before buying it. You know, same kind of concept. It's an RPG. It's really cool though. It's got more, I don't know, it's got like really quirky characters and stuff, more so than you would normally see in a Story of Seasons game. You have like this little knight with his pitchfork. You have a little dog, and you got this guy. I don't know if he's supposed to be like a magician or something, but yeah, I don't know. It just looks more obscure, unique. Looks cool. You got little chickens right there and a cow. Cows are cool. And then there's that little knight guy riding a llama. He's pretty neat. This one I'm gonna get hardcore judged for. Don't care. Hatsune Miku, baby. I don't know. They're fun little rhythm games. I can't really knock them too hard. Besides like the whole stigma about, you know, Vocaloid anime girls. But this game is actually getting pretty expensive. I still have the price tag on it for some reason. $30 is what I paid for it, and it's well over that now. I think I might use this for trade bait though in the future, because I played it once or twice and haven't really gone back to it. So there's that, but it's still part of the collection, so definitely wanted to show it. Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story. Again, these games, Mario and Luigi games, are the best. Like, if you, at least if you're a Mario fan and you're an RPG fan, this is like the best thing ever. Like, the fact that there's RPG games, not only with Mario, but with Luigi also. Because, like, they have, I pointed to Bowser. I couldn't see, I'm sorry. But, the only other Mario RPG game was Legend of the Seven Stars before Superstar Saga came out, and there was no Luigi in it. It wasn't as cool, in my opinion. There's no Luigi, then it's not a good game. No, no. Legend of the Seven Stars is a great game, but I just I like all of it. And you see more of the Mushroom Kingdom, like in more detail. You see all these different worlds and different areas that you normally wouldn't see, stuff like that. So I really like them, and especially in that game, you see the inside of Bowser's body is kind of weird. This is a Harvest Moon game, Harvest Moon Hometown Story. I have not played this one. Again, this is one of the ones I got in a lot, so to get some other stuff that I did want. Mario Party Island Tour. This one, I played the other one more. I think it was called Star Rush or something like that. Mario Party on the 3DS. This one I have not played as much, so I don't really know I can't remember a whole lot about it. But there's that. Pokemon Rumble Blast. The Pokemon Rumble games they were kind of sleeper hits in a way. I remember back in the day there was one on the Wii U. I believe it was a free to play or something. You had it was before Amiibo even came out. There were these little tiny Pokemon figurines you would get in a gashapon thing. It's like a mystery thing. I remember seeing them at GameStop all the time, and I was like, oh, these look stupid. Why would I want these? But they were really cheap. They were 10, well, I guess not really cheap, but $10 or less, a little less than that. Now, one of those figurines is over $100. Any of them, doesn't matter who it is. If you have one of those, it's at least worth $100. It's insane. Good thing this game does not use those, but it's still really cool. It's a fun little battler game. You just have a bunch of Pokemon in an arena, and they all hit each other and stuff. Cool game. Kingdom Hearts 3D Dream Drop Distance. There's that one. This was one that I had to buy the case separately for because I ordered this from GameStop, and they're having a half price sale, and I got just the game by itself. And we got Mario Tennis Open. This one I did not play yet. I really should though, because out of all the Mario sports games, the top two in my opinion are Mario Baseball or Sluggers, whatever you want to call it, and Mario Tennis, because I loved Mario Power Tennis on the GameCube. The one on the Wii U, crap. I don't know if this one is the same. I haven't tried it yet, so hopefully it's a bit better. The only reason I've been holding off on playing a lot of my 3DS stuff, at least the ones I've been picking up more recently, is I want to get the new 3DS so I can have the bigger screen, because it's getting a little it's not as fun. I play my 3DS, my normal one, and I just don't like the tiny screen. I'm like, man, I just wish the screen was a little bit bigger, because I don't know, maybe I'm losing my eyesight. I really don't know, but just after so many years of playing it on a small screen, it would be nice to have a bigger one. So I'm just kind of waiting until I find a good price for a 3DS. Or the 3DS XL, the new 3DS XL with the extra little analog stick thing. This is a cool one, Metroid Samus Returns. I remember when this game came out, nobody thought that there would ever be another 2D Metroid game ever again, and we got it, and it was a remake, but it was a full-blown remake. It wasn't just a half-assed little graphical upgrade. No, this was a full-blown from the ground up remake, obviously, because the original game was on the original Game Boy and everything, so it definitely needed a facelift. But this is the cool day one edition, I guess. What do they call it? I guess just special edition. Comes with a soundtrack, so really cool, and this cool box. I really like this box, so happy with that. We got SMT Strange Journey Redo or Redux, whatever you want to call it. There's that. This was another one I got way before the whole cancellation, or not cancellation, but the eShop closing. Got this way before that was announced. This was less than $20 when I bought it. I've seen now that it's going upwards of 60 to 70, which is kind of crazy. And same with this one, Dragon Quest VII. I am kicking myself for not buying Dragon Quest VIII on the 3DS. I had so many chances to buy it, and I was just like, nah, it'll go down in price. It's fine. I'll get it super cheap. No, not a chance. But I did get Dragon Quest VII, which is not the better one. Dragon Quest VIII is the better one, but it's still, I like Dragon Quest. This is a good game still. And it's, same with the Metroid Samus Returns. It's the facelift treatment, full new graphics and everything, because this was a PS1 game. So good thing I do have Dragon Quest VIII on the PS2, which The 3DS version obviously is a graphical upgrade, but I still think the PS2 one holds pretty well over time. We have Kirby Planet Robobot. This one, for some reason, has gone up in price. I mean, it's really fun. It's a good game, but I don't know what made this one. I guess it's just because it's a unique concept for Kirby rather than just the typical 2D platformer. You have like your mech and everything. So, yeah, it's a cool one. Star Fox 3D. It's a remake of Star Fox 64, but in 3D. Try not to go too long into each one of these because I'm trying to just make this 2 parts, not 3. We have Bravely Second, not to be confused with Bravely Default 2. It is not, I guess, a direct sequel. I mean, it's in the same universe and everything, but yeah, Bravely Second. Kirby Triple Deluxe. I wish I didn't have the Player's Choice or the Nintendo Select version of this. Maybe one day I'll get the regular one. Fire Emblem Echoes. I believe this is also a remake, if I'm not mistaken, or it's set in the timeline of like the second Fire Emblem game, or this might be the remake of the second Fire Emblem game, something like that. I can't remember off the top of my head, but this was a really cool game. I kind of want to get the collector's edition for this one. Theater Rhythm Final Fantasy. This game is awesome. If you like Final Fantasy, definitely give this game a shot because you play through all the music, obviously, but the way they have it set up is you're in like a battle, or at least the one, maybe they're not all the same, but they have certain songs that you play and you're battling the song, basically. Like you're playing to the music, but you're having like a Final Fantasy turn-based battle, which is pretty cool. And I think there's a second one too that has more songs in it. These two go together, so I'm just going to show them at the same time. Pokemon Alpha Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, Omega Ruby. Arguably my favorite generation of Pokemon. So to see that it got the remake treatment was awesome, which, I mean, that was the trend. They've been doing like every single one, every single generation. They're on Diamond and Pearl now, which I was really excited about. But yeah, Groudon is one of my favorite legendaries of all time, so this is my favorite one, but I had to get both because that's how it goes with Pokemon games. Hyrule Warriors. I don't really play this one because Switch version, and when this came out there was the Wii U version, and I liked that one more, even though this was technically the better one because it had more characters and more things in it, but it didn't really run well on the regular 3DS, so I never really played it. Mario Kart 7. I put so many hours into Mario Kart 7 in my study hall. I would just sit there and play to get like 50cc, 100cc, 150cc. I would just sit there and play all the time. I love Mario Kart, and this was definitely a good one. Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. Let me tell you, the fact that they made a sequel to Luigi's Mansion back when they first announced this, I could not believe it. I thought it was fake. I did not. I saw it during E3. I was, at the time, at that age, I was like just entering high school, I think, when this game came out. Or maybe it was like right before high school. But I was following E3 every year. Always got super excited for what Nintendo had to announce. Always got super hyped over it. And the fact that they made a sequel, or they announced a sequel to my favorite game of all time with my favorite video game character of all time, I couldn't believe it. I was in absolute shock when that happened. So this was not, it was a little bit of a disappointment, I won't lie. But I still loved it. Like I played it all the time, got all the gems, explored every mansion, because there's like 5 different mansions in it. So it was a little bit dumbed down compared to the first one, I think, even though the first one's a short game, but you could explore the entire mansion. It just looked better. Like the aesthetic was different. It was darker and creepier. This one has a bit of a lighter tone to it, but still, nonetheless, love it. We got Yokai Watch, the first game. This game is still super cheap, so if you want to jump on it, do it now because it's a good game. It just got overshadowed by Pokemon, like every other type of these games do, so, but not bad. Here it is. Not Paper Mario, Mario Party Star Rush. I used to play this with one of my friends. We would do like the local play, and we would sit there and do mini games. This one wasn't bad. It had some fun mini games. The party mode was just kind of which as most recent Mario Party games have been. So, but yeah, Mario Party is mostly about the mini games anyway. Paper Mario 6 Star. It's a game. It's what this is. Cool graphics. I always like the settings and the aesthetic. Like the paper stuff is cool. Why can't we level up anymore in Paper Mario games? Why is that? Why is that not a thing anymore? It just doesn't make sense. Battling is pointless. There's no point of battling. If you don't level up, you don't gain XP. Okay, you get stickers, but you can get stickers literally anywhere in this game. You don't have to battle to get them. So, pointless. Stupid game. Most disappointing Paper Mario game ever. New Super Mario Bros. 2. This was always fun. It was kind of just like a turn off your brain kind of Mario platforming game, because it was all based around collecting coins. So there's like different power-ups where you're just like blasting through the level, just making everything turn into coins and stuff like that. So still a fun game, but definitely one of the easier ones. We have Jake Hunter Detective Story. I've not played this one, unfortunately, so I can't really say much about it. Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D and Majora's Mask 3D. The fact that these got remakes too was really cool. People are saying they're going to come to the Switch. I doubt it, but it would still be pretty cool if they did. But I'm still happy with these regardless if that doesn't happen. These are two really solid remakes. Pokemon Moon. Again, Gen 7, not my favorite. Can't really praise it too much. There's some cool mons in there. Like every Pokemon generation has cool Pokemon, but it just really wasn't for me. Unfortunately, it was my least favorite. Pokemon Y, on the other hand, I did really like this one. The starter Pokemon were meh. Faroki is cool because, you know, Greninja and everything. But this also had the inclusion of the Mega Evolutions, which gave us a new version of Mewtwo, which is basically Mew 3, is what I like to think about, because people used to rumor about Mew 3 coming all the time. Like every time there was a new Pokemon announced, everybody's like, oh, Mew 3's coming, Mew 3. And it never happened. Well, I think these variations of Mewtwo kind of count as that, just to ease my own conscience about it. So, but yeah, the Mega Evolutions were really cool. I really liked this game. We got Mario and Luigi Dream Team. This one is one of my favorites because it has more to do with yours truly, Luigi. It came out during Year of Luigi, which was really cool. One of my favorite years of all time, because Year Luigi, why wouldn't it be? They could have done way more for Year of Luigi, but it was still cool that they had this game more focused on him. So, really cool. And then Monster Hunter Stories. This game popped off a lot, especially when the sequel came out. This one's just as good. It would be kind of cool to see a Switch version of this, though, just to kind of get that kind of facelift, which I said about the Metroid one, but, you know, to kind of have it more comparable to the sequel, because this one's just as good, like I said, but a lot of people aren't going to pull out their 3DS to play this. Luckily, you don't need to play this one to enjoy the second one, but still really cool. If you're a fan of it, definitely try out the first game. Okay, now to get to the collector's editions. I don't have many, but I have some cool ones. This one I'm going to show first because it's arguably the lamest of them all, but I mean, it's not lame, it's just not as cool as the other ones, I guess. But this is the Atui Collection. And what is Atui? Atui is, I believe, a game developer that made a bunch of games on eShop for 3DS, and mainly the Mutant Mud games. So there's 2 of them on here. I don't really know much about the other ones. Mutant Mud is the only one that I really recognized, but I thought it was cool that Limited Run was doing a new release of a 3DS game, which I didn't think would happen after the lifespan, which they're doing it again with games that were only on the eShop, and they're getting physical releases, so that's pretty cool. So I ended up getting this. And then the other ones, this one was really cool because it was the only way you could get this amiibo, and that is the Mega Man Legacy Collection with the Golden Mega Man amiibo. This thing is so cool. They had it come out on all the consoles. I think they even had it. Did they have it on Wii U? No. I think it was just 3DS, Xbox, and PlayStation. But this was the only version that came with like a cool collector's edition box that had the amiibo and stuff in it. So obviously PlayStation, Xbox don't use amiibo. I'm just saying they didn't have like a cool box version of it, but this 3DS did. So this was really cool to get. We have Bravely Default. This is the collector's edition. I got this on a birthday, and it was that same store. I used my birthday discount. This was priced at $80, and I can't remember what I paid for it because I think I had birthday money or something like that that I didn't use. So I was like, yeah, I'll buy that. That's pretty cool. I had never seen one in person. Just to kind of open it up here. It does have the game, soundtrack, and it has a deck of playing cards there. And last, but certainly not least, and I think this is one of the last new released 3DS games that I bought, like during that time, and to my knowledge didn't get very many copies made. That is Persona Q2. When this came out, I remember the GameStop that I frequented ended up closing down now, but at the time I would pre-order my stuff there all the time, and I saw this was available, and I was like, oh, I gotta jump on that. Like, there's probably not going to be very many of these. And don't you know, when I went to pick this up, they were saying I was the only one in the district that pre-ordered one of these in the entire like district, which seems like a stretch. I feel like maybe just in my general area, because for the whole district, that's a lot of stores. So I feel like just like the main area that I was in, because there's like 5 or 6 different GameStops in my general area, but I was the only one to pre-order one of these. So I don't know. They are kind of hard to find. They're not super expensive yet. I think the last one I saw was like $200, which is a lot, but not as much as people probably think it's going to skyrocket to. Because I think when it came out, this was only $40 or $50. So I think probably more than 40. I think it was 50 or 60, something like that. But yeah, that is my last 3DS game. That is all of my 3DS games, my entire collection. And it's going to keep growing. There's, like I said, there's still some RPGs I really want to get. Kid Icarus Uprising, I really want to get the big box version of it at some point. But yeah, that is all of it. If you would like to see any other collection videos, or I'm trying to, hopefully going to be moving out soon, so I will have more space and I will be able to do more videos and different, like maybe different shots other than this. Maybe do like a background of my game collection, and maybe do a game tour, like a room tour, which would be kind of cool. I would like to do something like that. But I have like all these ideas. I just don't have like the resources to do any of them. So hopefully doing this will, be able to make me be able to do that more. But yeah, so next video will definitely be a pickup video. I got some games from Amazon Prime Day. There were some that I got at the flea market that I still haven't shown. Got some cool PS3 stuff from GameStop that got randomly traded in. That's just some stuff to look forward to. Don't want to make this too long, so if you like the video, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And until the next one, see ya.